She sued me for grandparent rights to kids I don't even have yet, my mother-in-law. Sandra stood in family court holding a petition for future grandparent visitation rights to children that didn't exist, while my husband Tom and I stared in complete disbelief. Your Honor, her lawyer said with a straight face, my client simply wants to establish parameters before conception occurs. The judge looked like she'd seen everything until this moment. Ma'am, are you seeking custody of imaginary children? They're not imaginary, Sandra snapped. They're just pre-birth. My son and daughter-in-law have been married for 2 years. Children are inevitable. Tom and I had been trying to conceive for 18 months. Sandra didn't know about the fertility treatments, the disappointments, the discussions about adoption. She just knew we hadn't produced grandchildren on her timeline. This insanity started 6 months ago when Sandra created a nursery in her house. Not a small space, but a full renovation costing $20,000. Crib, changing table, toys for ages 0 through 5. She'd send us photos daily. Ready whenever you are. Mom, we're not even pregnant, Tom had told her repeatedly. But you will be. And I need to be prepared to watch my babies. Her babies. That should have been our first warning. Then came the grandmother classes at the hospital, which she completed with a certificate she framed. The subscription to Grandparents magazine with our address listed as the parents' residence. The Facebook group she started called Waiting for Grandbabies, where she posted updates about our ovulation schedules she'd somehow calculated. She means well, Tom had always said, until we found out she'd been telling everyone I was pregnant but hiding it from her. She's glowing, Sandra told her book club, referring to my reaction to new allergy medication, always touching her belly and Tom's being so protective. The rumors reached my employer. My boss congratulated me on the pregnancy I didn't have. When I corrected him, he accused me of lying about medical conditions. It nearly cost me a promotion. That's when we went no contact. Sandra responded by hiring a lawyer. Now, in court, she was presenting her case. I've invested emotionally and financially in being a grandmother. I have a right to see it through. See what through? The judge asked. There are no children. Yet, Sandra pulled out charts. Based on their ages and health, they should produce. I'm simply asking for alternate weekends with those future children. The judge turned to us. Is she serious? Dead serious, Tom replied. She also wants naming rights. Sandra had actually proposed a contract where she'd get to name our first child. Her choice? Sandra Jr., regardless of gender. Your Honor, I finally spoke up. My mother-in-law has been so obsessed with non-existent grandchildren that she's sabotaged our actual attempts to have children. I explained how her constant pressure had made intimacy feel like a performance review, how she'd called fertility clinics pretending to be me, scheduling appointments we didn't want, how she'd thrown a gender reveal party for a pregnancy that didn't exist, traumatizing us when we had to explain to 50 guests that there was no baby. She's clearly suffering from anticipatory grandparent syndrome, Sandra's lawyer argued. That's not a real thing, the judge said. I have a doctor's note. Sandra produced a paper from the same Instagram life coach my sister had used. The judge had enough. Ma'am, you cannot sue for rights to people who don't exist. This is dismissed. And frankly, I'm concerned about your mental state. Sandra exploded. I'll go to the Supreme Court. I have constitutional rights to grandchildren. Security escorted her out while she screamed about discrimination against future grandmothers. The story went viral. Woman sues for custody of unborn, unconceived children became international news. Sandra was interviewed on 3 podcasts, each one making her look more unhinged. Tom finally saw the truth. We moved states without telling her, changed our numbers, started fresh. Plot twist. We adopted a beautiful little boy 6 months later. Sandra doesn't know he exists. She's still posting on Facebook about her stolen grandbabies while we're raising our son in peace. Her latest scheme? She's trying to pass legislation called Sandra's Law, protecting grandparent rights to theoretical grandchildren. No representative will sponsor it, but she keeps trying. Last week, Tom's cousin sent us a photo from Sandra's house. She's added a second nursery, convinced we're having twins. Should we tell her? Tom asked. Tell her what? That she's missing her actual grandson's life because she was too obsessed with imaginary ones? We decided silence was better. Our son deserves grandparents who saw him as a person, not a possession they ordered in advance. Sandra's still waiting for grandchildren that, as far as she knows, will never come. Meanwhile, we're living our best life with the child she'll never meet because she couldn't wait for reality to happen on its own timeline.